So Stature just got buffed. She's back at 7 power, bringing her in line. Their common partner in crime here, Black Bolt. And this pair used to dominate the meta, actually. They both got nerfed. They were so good. And this buff might help nudge them back into competitive levels of play as a top end on just kind of good card tempo decks. They always felt really good in that space. But I didn't want to play the kind of most traditional, boring way to do this. But now that they're both at 7 power, I thought, hey, Cerebro 7 is a possibility and actually becomes pretty fun because of Onslaught also being 7 power, able to double up those Cerebro effects. In particular, if you get Onslaught down first, if you copy the Onslaught with a Mystique and then play Cerebro, you get plus 12 power on all of your 7 power cards. So you get a 19 power Onslaught and a 19 power Stature and so on, which can be absolutely crazy. And I'll say, when this deck works, it is completely nuts. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't work very often. It often beats itself because the curve, as you can see, is just kind of clunky. There's not a lot to do that's good in the early game reliably. When you look at like 7 power cards, if I can just pull those up here real quick, there just aren't a lot. I only literally am missing 5 of them: Ebony Maw, Hercules, Legion, Sandman, Spectrum. Spectrum doesn't really work because it leaves behind some of the non-ongoing stuff. Legion's, of course, a pretty good card, but I thought Deathstrike was better into the kind of Annihilus meta, and I didn't know we had space for both. Hercules is like, we might as well run Proxima, and Ebony Maw just seemed too restrictive. So I think this deck's just lacking good mid-game 7 power stuff, which makes sense because you can't make everything 7 power for like 2 and 3 costs and such. It just doesn't get there. So ultimately, this might have some fundamental problems just because all of the things that are 7 are so expensive. It's hard to weave it all in, hard to get it to fit together, even when you're cheating that Stature down. So ultimately, I had a not great run with this. I went 45%. That's 9 and 11, -6 cubes. Honestly, I thought it was going to be worse than that. There was a lot of really tough, heartbreaking losses, a lot of really clunky games. So this just doesn't seem like it's there yet. This is not, in my opinion, the best way to play Stature. I checked out Untapped. There were a few other people that seemed experimenting with this that didn't have much better results either. So everybody was negative cubes. So this is a fun idea, really cool. As you can see in this video, you're going to see some crazy cheesy stuff with the Onslaught lines in particular. That is a really fun synergy, but I don't think this is close to competitive yet. That said, I do think Stature and Black Bolt is something you should keep an eye on as a nice pair for other just good card decks. Just, this is the fun way to play Stature, not the good one. All right, Magic's good. Magic Onslaught's the start of a good package, you know. That gives us kind of the big combo win condition stuff. What was that? I missed it, dude. What was that? That'd be a Black Cat, right? Nothing else makes sense. Yeah. So Red Hulk and Black Cat. So we got some big cards here. Red Hulk, unfortunately, just impossibly large for us already to beat. Oh! Oh! Interesting. I mean, of course, not actually ideal for us. Obviously, let's just turn this off. I don't know. I don't think it's a problem, honestly, but just in case. Kind of impossibly large for us to beat, but maybe, I don't know, maybe we can rip a cool discard or something. Maybe like we rip the Hella. I don't think we'll win on regular numbers. I think we have to pull shenanigans, you know. So this is our 6, this is our 7. We can kind of play whatever elsewhere, I guess. Jubilee, only big cards here. It might be Hella already, for all we know. Dracula, okay. Maybe Black Bolt could mess with that, I don't know. Oh, actually, Deathstrike can mess with that. That'd be pretty sick. I guess I don't have time, though. I'm already out of time to play Deathstrike. This is my last turn to play Deathstrike. Kind of have to play Onslaught. Which means I'm only going to have, like, one big threat in each location. What I could do instead is, like, stack my threats. Because 19 is just really not enough to win a location. Maybe I just get lucky, like, in the Onslaught location with, like, 21... and then farm up another location. I just don't think 19's enough to reliably beat stuff. The Black Bolt hits the hella. I actually am a god, dude. I might still lose is the thing. I can't believe their hand is all 6 cost cards, bro. It's crazy. That's actually insane, dude. Their hand is all 6. That's actually insane. They have 5 cards in hand. They were all 6 drops. They thumbs up me. Are they gonna slow roll me here? They tilted. Are we getting BM'd? That's actually crazy. If we get a Stature here, oh, that's totally fine. That actually just helps me. That's fine. Stature could go left if we draw it now. We don't. I mean, there's no way Death Strike's better than just this. I mean, there is a way if they have a counter, I guess, of course. There is a way, but you know, outside of any counters or whatever, I think we're okay. Yeah, the Red Hulk, right? It looks like it's enough, but it's actually not enough. It's crazy. We go to 30, 40. We go to 38 plus 2 is 40. Crazy, dude. Dude, that's the crazy. I cannot believe. And by the way, stacking up did work well. Although 19, it looks like would have actually tied, hilariously enough. Good on the opponent, by the way, for sticking it out. I mean, they still had a very good win condition here, truthfully. They really did. And if it wasn't for the blade in particular, they would have only been 2 points off. That's a wild game, dude. That's actually a crazy game. Okay, Stark Tower, definitely a liability to us, but weirdly we can just stack Invisible Woman there, or honestly put Wave there too. Wave is kind of chill. Does this actually make these playable next turn? I don't know how the stacking works. Oh god, I should really know this. Cost a maximum of 4. No, I don't want to play Wave yet then, right? Since Wave getting buffed is actually helpful, we'll put Invisible Woman right. That's fine. Play Wave on 3. Bucky and Wolverine, so destroy deck. Those can definitely get big enough. Oh my god, it was Tinkerers. So the Onslaught would have been fine. Great. Does Destroy have a counter to this? Like maybe Death Strike, but that would be fine. We can go ahead and put the Onslaught in here. Hulkbuster not on a Deadpool's good news, I think. Ultimately not too scary. Actually, on the Bucky's really good news. Just gets thrown away. It's just dead. Kind of wasted that. I might have just played that at the end, right? Like you can put it later anywhere, you know, or just guarantee the power now. Does it really need to be on the Wolverine, you know? So I can put Mystique in here anytime, right? We just bank this Mystique upside for later. Black Bolt on 5 lets me play Stature on 6, which is nice. Stark Tower hits, but we need to make sure to avoid that with anything except Wave. Opponent has not seen the Cerebro here, so they're probably still not totally sure what's up. Death Strike's not helpful to us. Yeah, I mean, we have a pretty good final turn with Mystique if we can hit it, man. It'd be really nice. Without it, I don't know if we'll have enough power, you know? Might be hard to get enough. They're very big left. Death gone, though, is a big win for us. That's cool, okay. Mystique one time? Oh my god. I mean, yeah, I think. That's fine, that's it. Oh my god, yes, we're gonna be absolutely insane here, dude. Completely insane. The Wave bonus is just completely nuts, dude. This is a ridiculous amount of power. I actually don't know. I'm too lazy to figure it out. Oh my god, dude. Chill 30. We even went right. Yeah, 19's the number. We need to keep that in mind for later if this hits. It's pretty hard to make this hit, but the Elysium definitely made the difference here. Well, this deck doesn't work most of the time, but my god, when it works, it works. It works a lot when it works. You need a little help though. Everything seems to screw you normally, so you really got to get some good help. Okay, Blade. Death. All right, a lot of destroy decks today, huh? Ooh, very good timing. Okay, yeah, let's do this. I don't know if we can risk the Swordmaster on 3 here or not. Might not be right. It's like death is not good for us traditionally. So either of these discards would probably be okay. I'd probably want to maintain the Black Bolt Stature. And of course, if we have Black Bolt Stature, you don't really need Onslaught as much sometimes. So maybe this is okay. Nothing here is catastrophic, but that's definitely the worst. Because now, of course, Stature's no good. Onslaught's no good if we end up relying on this death at all. Of course, we also know the opponent has a death. We did burn an Artem Zola, so you know, that gives us some interesting thoughts. Play Onslaught on 5, and then maybe roll into a Cerebro. But again, I think death is kind of cool. I'm thinking about maybe death left. But if my death is playable, of course, so is the opponent's. It's really the pickle here, isn't it? So, not really so much an advantage, it's just a match. I think we're too excited about just a match. Bro, Mystique Cerebro here. Actually kind of insane if we hit it. Actually kind of insane. It's a 1 in 4. It's so unlikely. But if we hit it, bro, this becomes 19. That's not bad, man. We'd be giving up left pretty hard. But I'm behind a little more rights. I'm playing the Onslaught right. You know, they already got 6 here, so we need to make up a little difference. Although, man, they went pretty hard mid, it looks like. Oh, that's just a Nico. That's not too bad. Deadpool's only at 4. That's nothing crazy. No left. Okay, I'm actually happy to see that. Oh my god! Null is the left is where I want to be the weakest, so that's a relief, honestly. Are they really going to be able to beat 19 mid? I can see them putting a death mid and then just calling it a day, you know, and playing, you know, something else somewhere else, like 14 mid. Maybe even that Deadpool puts them to 18 mid. I don't know, don't have Lady Deathstrike, I guess. That's the moral of the story here. Play 2 cards mid. One is the Deadpool because it's that legendary border I think we saw. Is the other one the death? Just Wolverine! Easy! Easy, dude, let's go! That is the most insane top deck I've ever seen. This deck's been giving me pain, dude, so I'm glad to get a good game. I've been struggling with this one a little bit. So needless to say, Shuri's Lab is not ideal for us. I mean, you know, I will say one of the things about, well, this is my first game with this deck. One of the things I could imagine about this deck, because it's true with C5 decks as well, is that you don't necessarily have to be a Cerebro gamer every game. Because, you know, your deck is still, it's doing things, right? Like your deck has other plays basically to make. It's not purely just like, you know, 7 power is still 7 power. I'm gonna go ahead and rip this Swordmaster. Obviously I'm pretty sad if I lose Stature, maybe a little sad with Deathstrike. Clearly Proxima Midnight's the home run. Mystique, I think we can lose without feeling too distraught. Null, oh boy. Carnage gone. Oh man, we are, oh, don't go. Oh, nice, okay. Don't go Murder World, please God. We sniped, but then it might go bad. Man, there is the Cerebro. Cool, okay. I really need to try to win mid and right, but this null makes you very scary. There is a world where I just play null next turn. This order's wrong. Or excuse me, play Deathstrike next turn, but I would miss the Mystique. Oh no, this is 3 or less. Never mind. No. Too big already. Yeah, I don't know. This Mystique is also just weirdly on curve here. Could maybe put these here. But then I've got a weird play with Onslaught. Like I need to have an Onslaught space potentially. But I also need power there too. Like this does give me a pretty good Onslaught line on 6, to be honest. I just don't really have a play with Deathstrike, but that's okay. I'm really just, I don't know how to beat a Venom, right? That's the problem. Like a Venom left. Venom left is just a crazy amount of power left, and of course becomes a crazy amount of power right. I mean, we're going to 22, and then Onslaught's a lot more. Maybe there's a world. I'm worried kind of about like Arnim Zola as well, though. They have an Arnim Zola in the deck. May not be the case. The null's out early because of location shenanigans. Oh yeah, see, 26 already. Good God, that Hulkbuster just made that null absolutely obscene. How much power is this? It just makes each of these an extra +2, which is only +4 extra. Yeah, we're just too small. Yeah, GG. Good try, I guess, but pretty cool game, but just a little too small. Close. Man, this is a big power output game, by the way. This really showcases what this deck can do. I mean, Project Pegasus, you know, let us cheat power, but of course let the opponent cheat even more. But that particularly if it wasn't for that Hulkbuster, I think we would have had this game, right? The Hulkbuster doubled it again for the Venom, which really kind of screwed us. That was my first game, but showed a lot of what this deck is possible. Your island is definitely bad for us. Let me just turn it off with magic. Kind of sucks they're getting some free benefits in the meantime, though. I mean, I could park an Invisible Woman there and just leave it for 4 turns. It's kind of cool. I can figure that out. Second straight Baxter building games. Weird. Oh, opponent's gonna get either Death Strike or Black Bolt. Their highest cost card in hand is Negasonic Teenage Warhead. That's kind of wild. I don't mind having a Negasonic though, to be honest. That's just kind of a curve filler. I actually thought about running the card. I'm not super convinced I love Swordmaster in this deck. It's like you want to run a little bit of a discard thing to support Proxima Midnight, but at the same time, sometimes Proxima, I think, on 4 is just the right play. Like, I'm just going to play Proxima on 4 and call it a day kind of thing. Yeah, we can definitely discard Invisible Woman. That's totally fine. I just need to play stuff here, basically. Opponent's got Ravonna, Nebula, Jeff, Nightcrawler. Oh, the Hobgoblin's actually completely chill for us. We can just Death Strike that. We don't want to do it too soon necessarily, right? We need to be a little careful because we want this Negasonic to go off first if we can. I don't think they're like a Galactus deck, for the record. There's their Negasonic, okay. That's just trading Negasonics, that's fine. So we'll, oh, Shang-Chi, that doesn't really matter much to us, but kind of cool. We'll just delete this here, go Death Strike. I actually kind of want to go, just thinking here, right? Like, turn 7, I can play these 2. Or I might just be better off with like Cerebro plus Swordmaster, you know what I mean? Like just getting another actual 7 down. This could be overkill. They may think they don't need a lot, and then, you know, we're kind of swinging -6 here. This is kind of a 13 power Death Strike. Alternatively, we go Stature here and, you know, do the same thing like Swordmaster, Cerebro, right? I don't know if it makes a difference, though. I'm not sure which is, like, more surprising, you know? Oh, no! Death Strike fails. Well, that's tough, because now left looks really hard to win to me. Right? Maybe we just high roll this? Take the 50-50? Yeah, it's kind of cool. Certainly adding, oh, actually, you know what? We can add 4 mid guaranteed for a tie. That deletes the Baxter building buff. Do I win a tiebreaker in that case? In that case, I should actually do Mystique here because of Nebula, or vice versa, whatever. I don't hate it, actually. Let's try to win a tiebreaker, maybe. I'm not that strong is the only problem. Like, I'm adding 8 here. It's a pretty big lead. I'm down 5. I'm up 9. I don't know, maybe this does work. We're keeping the Nebula in check. Oh, that doesn't... well, No, that matters. Well, no, we're still playing for tiebreakers. No, hold up, we're fine. I think we're good, right? Yeah, we're good. Because backstep building turns off. And then we win. Yeah, nice, dude. Cool. Yeah, power shifting didn't really matter because mid was secured. Yeah, we're fine. Cool, good win, dude. That was fun. Even though we got wrecked on the Hobgoblin line, I don't think this is wrong or anything, right? Of course, especially when you have Cannonball, because Cannonball can obviously do shenanigans. You want to take kind of a guarantee with Professor X, because Cannonball can often also kind of feel like a guarantee. But it's just worth noting, I think, that they spent 10 energy, you know, over 2 turns here, Professor X and Hobgoblin, and frankly, their Nightcrawler and a Negasonic as well. So like, they spent kind of 14 energy to win this location, you know, and ultimately didn't win it because of the Cerebro, of course. But even just to win it by a pretty marginal amount, that gave us the space to win a tiebreaker so readily. That doesn't make it wrong. Again, this is a very reliable strategy, so I think it's smart lines and everything. It's not like about assessing the opponent's plays so much as just kind of assessing this style of deck and sometimes the weaknesses it might have, because any shenanigans that allow you to contest this, I mean, of course, imagine if we had priority too, the Hobgoblin gets murdered and they just lose instantly. Of course, there's risk, but even when things do kind of go your way, you are still, it costs a lot to make that play, basically. Okay. Yeah, Magic is a cool start. Swordmaster, we kind of want to save till late if we can. It's part of the reason Invisible Woman can be good in this deck. Just hide your discard stuff till late, and that's fine. Dark Dimension giving us the free Invisible Woman, which is chill. On reveal effects, we are not particularly good with, so let's just turn this off. Hopefully they don't benefit this turn already. Well, I would argue that's sort of a benefit, I guess, but not really, especially if you're like, maybe it's more Patriot than Surfer, although, no, it's C2 actually is what it is. It's C2, isn't it? Everything's 2, yeah. So they didn't really care. They just need to get that full of 2s anyway. Kind of irrelevant to them, I guess. Yeah, I think I want to make a big stack lane of like Onslaught Mystique stuff. I would rather, of course, Onslaught the Mystique, the Onslaught, than the Cerebro. I'm just thinking about curve considerations here. Do we trust we'll be able to connect on the Proxima Midnight between like Blade and Swordmaster? Because if so, we could tuck a Swordmaster away for now and then like Invisible Woman Cerebro next turn, or maybe just Blade. We kind of know you. Oh boy. Well, shoot. Okay, that's tough. Oh my god. 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 They don't play Cerebro yet, do they? Well, it's Dark Dimension. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't reveal yet. Unless they play it here. Oh no, Scorpion. That's fine. Kind of fine. Sort of not. Death Strike takes the Cerebro buffs now, so now I just have to win on power output, which I guess we can do. I don't know. Black Bolt. He's big. Cerebro plus Mystique adds 4 to each spot. That's 16. You could technically have a Blue Marvel, but that'd be hard to play all of that. They might add, let's say they could add 20 power. Can I get to 28? No, I cannot get to 28. I need to win mid. Which does just kind of mean the Black Bolt's turned off. But it doesn't really, if I just get like 13, you know, whatever, I don't know. These two together, 10, 23, should be enough. Because if they're playing like Cerebros and Mystiques and stuff, I can just win on raw power. Is this the most power? 9, yeah, 10. This is, yeah, nice. The Death Strike just sealing the deal, dude. Just absolutely screwing them. I don't even need any sort of sensible game plan here. Really cool game. Thank God they didn't reveal the Cerebro early. Okay, Pet Mansion, not very good for us. Kind of a neat little hand, I guess. The pseudo discard stuff. This deck definitely has very finicky sort of lines, you know? Sometimes I wonder if I just want to play Proxima on turn 4. I mean, honestly, there are moments you just kind of have to. You can't risk the Swordmaster necessarily. Hub into Typhoid Mary. Well, that's no good. Yeah, we'll go ahead and play the Cerebro. I would like a magic still, though, so I could get an Onslaught and a Mystique down. That'd be very cool. Lady Sif discards the Hella. Well, that seems like good news. Maybe they have like a Ghost Rider or something, but we could even get rid of that perhaps too. Okay, so this wave is intriguing, but only sort of. I get an Onslaught, which I guess that does kind of carry that location pretty hard. It's just that Black Bolt becomes sort of off curve in that case. I don't think it's worth it here. We can still Onslaught on 6 and then have like a 7 and a 7, you know? And that makes the Black Bolt a little better. If we got a magic for turn 5, we might still rip that. I don't know. Magneto. Blade. They're just ripping through everything, man. Are they really going to have like a Ghost Rider and try to high roll this? That would be so wild. we're gonna try to get, I don't know what they're planning. Their hand is just nothing left. They have no cards. We're about to get rid of another one. No way, don't hit it. Dude, no, come on. Dude, no! Bro, it's like a 1 and what? How many cards do they discard? It's a 1 and 4 to hit the Hella. Come on, dude. And they even did it a turn early for no apparent reason. I'm so annoyed, dude. I'm just so tilted, dude. Come on, dude. Oh, come on. That is so frustrating. Invisible Woman. Yeah, that's fine. We can bank a Mystique there later and copy stuff. The sad news is you can't like copy an Onslaught. I mean, you can copy an Onslaught, but it doesn't necessarily help because you don't get like 2 Onslaughts in one spot or whatever. That becomes, I think, the downside, right? So we can make a Mystique there maybe for a Cerebro instead. That certainly still works. You can play Cerebro somewhere else. And then, oh, I actually hear like wave better. Now we'll just put an Onslaught right. And then we can Mystique it. Nah. Never mind. We'll put an Onslaught left and then we can Mystique it. It's still fine, honestly. It's okay. We could use Deathstrike to clear out this Green Goblin, but to note, we really don't need the Invisible One, right? It's almost like bait, kind of. Oh my god, bro. So suddenly Deathstrike left becomes really interesting. I think this game just dramatically changed. Like, we don't even need the Mystique anymore. Proxima here is also pretty cool if I did this, but then the Deathstrike deletes the Mystiques. There's really no point in that. Assuming I can play in my top deck, which I guess is always true, I can just be Blade next turn. That's probably fine. Yeah, let's go Deathstrike here. Still leaves me behind mid, but you know, we're maybe in an okay spot right, okay-ish, I would say. We'll see. Really strong left, of course. Yeah, Nihilist just completely dead. I guess, do we just go for power? Oh, I forgot about the freaking Sentinel. It still works though, thankfully. We can put 7 here. We're putting what, 5, 8 here, so that's enough to flip here. We go 13 to 12, 7 to 0. So yeah, this definitely gives me winning lines. We have priorities. This beats Galactus. Yeah, this is okay. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's okay. This gives us outs. They need to play a big enough card to beat 7 right and still something mid, which Sentry's usually their biggest play in these sorts of decks, which can't go right at all. So if that went left or mid, we'd be fine because we'd win right and left. Maybe there's some risk of like Sentry plus something left, like a big 2-drop. I don't think there's generally a lot of those. Maybe, you know what would be actually insane is White Widow left with a Sentry. That would be 10 and -8 because the Onslaught would double the White Widow. It's an ongoing effect, right? Looks like they kind of see the writing on the wall though. Deathstrike coming in clutch here, dude. Okay, Blade, you're chilling. Nothing to do here. These three don't really go together that well unless you have magic, of course, then they kind of do okay. Nico, a demon. Elysium is sort of nuts for us, I think. Vault's a little tough, though. I guess we have Black Bolt on 4, so maybe Vault's not too bad. You can get Stature and Black Bolt at least there. I don't know if the opponent will have Disruption on this Invisible Woman or not. I almost want to like see if they play like some hoods and some of that junk, you know? Because I can put my kind of discard stuff here as bait, you know, and then like actually just rip Onslaught over here sort of thing and build myself a little Onslaught lane there. Just play for the bait. Kind of like it. We're just gonna play for bait. Oh, that's not good news. Oh, whoopsie. That's a whoopsie. Dude, I swear to God, oh my God, bro, no, dude, no, the Onslaught, dude, no, it's all coming together. I swear to God, every time I play this deck, it's this right here, man. It's this every time. Every single freaking time. I guess we just trying to win left here pretty hard, and then I don't see a path to winning right or mid is the problem. White Widow's chill, that's okay. Dr. Doom, White Widow's still chill, okay. Can't win mid though unless I get the right play. This is only 16, 18, it's just a tiebreaker. Oh, they also have Jeffs, it's not even really a tiebreaker. Like maybe if I got Proxima here, I'd feel like I had a chance, but as it stands, I don't see any chance. I think they're gonna move Jeff left to go for a tie, and then what if they like move Jeff left to go for a tie and just play something big here? What if they don't play anything big mid? I don't know. I mean, I'm curious to see, you know. I think they should play mid is the thing. So I think. Oh, bro, is that? Oh, we're like so close though. They actually moved Jeff right, but the Miss Marvel added the power mid. Dude, we're so close. This is crazy. Still one off, dude. Dude, if we'd drawn Proxima instead of Wave, we actually would have won. That's crazy. Mystique would not have done it. Dude, that's crazy how close that is. Another game that's just like so close.